Hello, 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 Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius. This is a reading for you for the full moon, the second half of March. I was going to say February, and I said, no, it's March. April, the second half of April. Where am I? Do I know? Ladies and gentlemen, Sagittarius, I know it's for you, and I know it's for April. It's the second half, and it's the full moon in Libra. What are we going to do? I'm going to create a full moon spread with the specific areas and meanings in the cards. I'm using the Initiatory Tarot of the Golden Dawn. Hi there. You can see it's all worn out, the box, because I use it so much. And I'll show you. You know that the moon cycles has a new moon, then the full moon. And typically, the new moon augurs in new programs, projects, things that start. And typically, we conceive of the full moon as hiding things or eclipsing things, putting an end to the thing, releasing what we don't need. And that's what this reading is going to be all about. And so we'll take a look at that. Let's take a look. All right, now, Sagittarius, itchy nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll show you those. Now, the first card out is the 7 of Wands. Then we have the 3 of Coins. Then we have the King of Cups. Thank you. Then I have, after I finish the reading, I'll come in and write. After I have that, the 3 of Cups, so we have 2 3s here. Then we have this tower situation, the Tower, and the 4 of Cups. Quite a number of, we have Coins, Cups, and Cups. The 4 of Cups. Now, what are we looking at? And then I'll clarify. Now, this first card talks about, what have you, Sagittarius, created? What have you created from the new moon till now? What have you manifested? What have you created? And I'm seeing this 7 of Wands. And the 7 of Wands typically talks of you creating a havoc, creating a lot of, there's a lot of pots boiling on, a lot of things on your plate, a lot of things on the oven, just so many things, and almost an overabundant of things that you have difficulty in holding, in carrying, in developing. And it creates a system of a context of animosity with other people. And you seem that you have to be you feel like you're in a position of having to defend yourself, all right, of defense. You've created a situation of defense. Now, the next card is, where am I now? And this is the 3 of Coins. Of course, the 3 of Coins talks about working and getting things done, a firm foundation. I'm seeing it as a highly spiritual card, and the beginning of you putting your antenna out and thinking there must be something else. There must be something else. And you diligently leave those wands behind and you start working on something special. Only your project. This is only for you. Now, what is coming to me? This is the next question. What is coming to me, to my conscious awareness? And we have this King of Cups. Right, what could we say about the King of Cups? It could be an energy, but what is coming to you? I'm seeing a King of Cups. We have a King of Cups. This could be a water sign. It could be a water sign. Or it is the energy of a person that is bringing their emotions to you. The water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Or it could be anyone that you encounter. In this second half of the month of April. Then the next card says, what is no longer serving me? What is no longer serving me? And I've got this 3 of Cups. It's interesting that what is no longer serving me is the mirror effect of the first card. What is no longer serving me? That animosity, all of those things on the back burner, all of those things in the oven, all of those things that you have started, they are no longer serving you. That needs to be released. Another card talks about how can we release what no longer serves us? And we have the Tower. The Tower talks of just getting everything, putting it in a box and throwing it away. Just like they do in, it's commonly said, you know, New Year's time in Naples, you could go watch people from their buildings. They throw out all things, you know, and I've never seen it, but you hear about it. You just throw everything away. And this is what it's telling you. It's telling you to just take a box, make it, and get rid of it. But the last card here talks about what other resources do I have other than the boxes and getting them and throwing them away? What other resources do I have available to me that will allow me to release what I don't need? And I have here this 4 of Cups. And this 4 of Cups is an indication for you that after the 3, there is this celebratory context, a framework that is all around you. The 4 of Cups is a card that tells you, okay, we've had our celebration. Now we have to clean up. This is the hard part. What do you have at your availability? What do you have at your disposal? Well, I have the ability to understand that after I get rid of something, all I have to do is clean up the mess. This in lay terms, in lay language. So now if I take the Sibilla cards, and I'd like to highlight about 4 of these cards. Let's take a look. The first one I'll highlight is precisely that first card. What have I created from the new moon until this full moon coming up, the 19th here? 3 cards, and I'll show you those. Then, what is coming to me? Remember that King of Cups. Let's put down 3 cards. Then, how can I release? How can I release those boxes, throwing them out? And the last is, what other resources are available to me? Okay, I'll show you those. First of all, the 7 of Wands. What have you manifested from the new moon till now? And I have here mourning. This is a widow, the widower. I have the Death card and the Child. So what have I manifested? I've manifested a situation whereby I am literally in a position of getting rid of all of that clutter. They could be ideas, they could be projects, they could be people, they could be groups, they could be anything that is an overabundance for you that is not serving you, because this is the beginning of something new. In order for you to be able to begin something new, you need to declutter. Then what is coming toward me to my conscious awareness? We saw that King of Cups. And I have here the butterfly, which is legit, it's a lightness of being. I've got anxiety here, the deliranti, the delirious people. And I have stanza, the room. Now, this is intimate communication. And very soon, very, very, very soon, this speaks to physical contact. A little bit of exercising lying down. And we have, if you will let me say it that way, and then I have this anxiety written here. This is fear. That's a bit of fear. What do we have here, Sagittarius? We have a person, and of course, you know, these are general readings, and I know that many of you are thinking, but I have been living with the same person for 10 years. This doesn't resonate. But when we are, even if we're in a relationship, okay, if we're in a relationship, you're in the park, someone just crosses your path. And if you are aware of that. You'll see it. Here I'm hearing and I'm seeing that the fear there is that you can't stand, you can't sustain a new relationship because your boundaries are up. That is the fear. Then we have these 3 cards over how can I release, which we saw was the Tower. And I have the lettera, the letter. I've got la gran consolazione, the great consolation, and riunione, the meeting. How can you get rid of? You can get rid of what no longer serves you by communicating to the powers that be if you want to get rid of your projects, communicating to people you are interacting with that is not, they're not serving you. That is that relationship. Even the nature of the communication with them is not serving you. You need to tell them that it is not serving either of you. And then also this reunion card, this meeting card tells you that text messages won't be enough. There are times for text, there are times for writing, but in many times, and especially with relationships, you need to see them face to face. And then the last card that talks about what other resources do I have that can help me to release. And I've got happiness in the heart. Then I have ammalato, the ill one, and the sacerdote, the priest. Now, what is this motley bunch here that are so different one from the other? All right, happiness in the heart. Those are other resources that can help you. Remembering that emotions, knows around this card, around the last card, almost every single reading, I started getting an itchy nose. And someone wrote to me, oh, that means you're going to get into a fight. So I better stay clear of everybody. So happiness in the heart means that you have the ability to give and you have the ability to take. And that is one of the resources that are going to help you to release other things that don't serve you. And again, these things to be released can be people, can be projects, can be anything, goods, services that you provide. Now, what is this all about? This priest, the sacerdote, the priest and the ill one. These are the priest. What does the priest do? The priest is a counselor, is a religious counselor, but it is also in the period that these cards were fashioned after. It was a not sly. Yes, it is. I could say sly, but I wanted to say slimy figure. Not above board, someone who hides, you see his cloak. Someone, excuse me, who hides things under their cloak. And here, the way you release is by, these two cancel each other out, is by maintaining a healthy attitude and being transparent. It's as easy as that. It's as easy as that. Now I'm going to take the runes, excuse me, and see what they have to add to this. Sagittarius. I hope I didn't say anything else like Scorpio, Libra. This is Sagittarius. Okay. Every time I do my moon readings, I have my moonstone on purposely. Okay, now what are we looking at? Now what are we looking at? Now what are we looking at? Look. There is and I'll first start with this. This is Anzus Merkstave, and it talks about, it's giving you not a warning, but it's telling you, yes, you remember, you do have to come to terms with some people and actually meet them and talk to them. Be careful what you say, because what you say, and most of it will be misconstrued, it will be misunderstood, and will work against you. So be careful about that. Despite anything that you need to throw out the window or the way you do it, I have Awats here. And Awats here is a sort of protection. At the same time, I have Algits here, which is also a flying rune, which is also a rune that talks about protection. The universe has your back on this period. Now, two runes popping out together. I mean, they're big players, and if they come out together, they say, look, this is Nid and Hagal, Hagalas. And what do they say? They say to you, Sagittarius, you can be outgoing, you can be smiley, you can be the life of the party, but this is the time where you have to really go within and search, the soul searching, to help you understand exactly what is not serving you, and pick and choose very, very, very clearly without making mistakes. And how do you do that? You do that only through soul searching. And that takes time, I grant it, but this is something you have to do. Why? Because I have Urus here, Merkstave, and when it's Merkstave, it tells you you have to take the bull by the horns and face that issue, face that problem. Now, you've been putting it off perhaps, but now you have to face and the music, as they say in English sometimes. All right, what else do I have here? I've got Pedro. Pedro is Merkstave, though, as is Kinats. They're in pairs, and they're powerful messages, this is. Kinats, Merkstave, and both of those tells me you have your eyes wide shut, just like the movie title. That means that you think you have everything under control. You think you are, you have your antenna. You're not. There are things in plain sight that you are not seeing. So beware about that. Then we have here 1, 2, 3 more, Bjork Berkana. And this talks about the decluttering that you will be doing in this period is so important, because when you declutter, when you get rid of people, services, projects, you name it, underneath you are going to see flowers grow. And they are those flowers that will show you that it's just the beginning. It is just the beginning for you. But like I said, these runes are telling you cannot go past, if you go past the goal post without making a decision, they're going to send you to jail, just like those the board games. You have to go through this phase. And I have Otala, again, here to Merkstave. And I'll give it her a she talks about not having quite a note, because Kinats and Pedro were Merkstave, you really don't have your antenna up. You just don't have that key that will unlock the soul searching that you need to entertain, you need to carry out in order for you to understand. And so there will be moments, and it will be at the end of the, I would say, all right, we're in 15, 20, 30. It could be about the 23rd, 24th of April when you start to think, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I don't know. I need help, That's when you just take a breather, Sagittarius, and you start again. And you start again. You breathe and you start again. Why? Because we have Dayak here, and Dayak talks about a karmic pattern. And a karmic pattern is, and if you have not recognized it before, recognize it now. This is a karmic pattern. Throwing out things, coming to a place where you get so nervous because you have so many responsibilities that you've created yourself. Then you do not want to face the responsibility that you have in decluttering and telling people that I'm sorry, or, and this is a pattern that will be representing, re-emerging for you in time. And now it's here this time. So, you have to go take the bull by its horns and face it. I do hope this was of help to you, Sagittarius. Difficult, but you can do it. I know. Like and share my videos if you do like them. I would appreciate that. And do subscribe. I would really, really be happy about that. Bye-bye. And until we read together again, I'm coming soon, probably in about 5 days for those, you know what, the May readings, maybe, huh? Bye-bye.